Okay, it is Friday, April 18th. I'm going to start out with this. This dude, both of these kids were at a high school track meet. The brother here stabbed this white dude because, let's pause here. Let's go by what media is saying. Police and witnesses said Metcalf, the white dude, told the brother, Anthony, he had to move his seat to go sit with his own team in the bleachers during the track meet. One witness told police after being told to move, Anthony, the brother, reached into his bag and told Metcalf, touch me and see what happens. Okay, so what happened? Supposedly, the white guy, let's say he grabbed the brother, tried to forcibly remove him from the tent. He reached into his bag and he pulled out a knife. The articles have said it's like a hunting knife or whatever fucking knife. But anyway, what's the dude doing with a knife on school property? Forget that, but address that. This goes along with everything that all of us people in this country have preached about for years. Why are you bringing a gun to a possible fist fight? Why are you bringing a knife to a possible fist fight? This has nothing to do with self-defense. You're in high school. There's supposed to be fist fights, and there's not supposed to be knives and guns, and especially the guns that we've addressed this all these years. Let's look into more about the brother, because I know people are believing, because I kind of thought about it at first, that he's a gang member. Let's pause here. The brother, the dude that stabbed the white dude, Carmelo Anthony, living with a family in a $900,000 home in a gated community. They supposedly, allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but this is what they're saying, bought him a new car after his release on bond. So fucking stupid. Forget all the dumb shit. The agenda, the black versus white. Why did he have a hunting knife or whatever they're calling it in his bag? And why did he pull it out ahead of what was supposedly going to be a fist fight or get out of my fucking tent? I mean, fucking stupid. But let's pause. Let's move on to some gooder shit. How about this one? This is a biggie, and most people don't give a fuck at flying fuck, because this falls under illegals or immigrants. Mid-commute traffic stop left U.S. citizen detained under ICE order. Then a Florida judge verified his U.S. birth certificate. So this 20-year-old dude, I don't know how I haven't seen nothing on the news about talking to this guy, how good he speaks English or whatever. Anyway, so this kid's 20 years old, so going to work from Georgia to Florida. His mother drove up, handed a copy of his birth certificate, handed it to the judge. This is a quote from the judge. I'm looking at it, feeling it, holding it up to the light. The court could clearly see the watermark to show that it's an authentic birth certificate. Let's go down here. Under ICE hold or immigration detainer, ICE asks law enforcement agencies to notify, quote, before releasing a removable alien. So once the judge saw that this birth certificate was real, the judge said it was legit. Therefore, it thus made this dude not removable. Why did the judge not let that 20-year-old go? And let's go back to what they have not. I've not seen this on CNN, Fox. I've gone through their articles. Why did they pull this 20-year-old over? And when they pulled him over, did he have no driver's license, no insurance, one that appeared fake? Nobody's mentioning it. If you want to go with the agenda side, Trump and all that shit, if the dude would have been pulled over, had no driver's license, no insurance, one that appeared fake, they would have mentioned it. So therefore, it did not happen. Such fucking shit. Let's pause here. Let's go on to a bigger issue. Trump administration announces fees, meaning tariffs, on Chinese ships docking in U.S. ports. Let's look at that middle one there. The U.S. government began investigating Chinese dominance in the shipbuilding industry, where it manufactured as much as 75 to 80% of fleets, the important part, during the Biden administration. They were manufacturing the same fucking fleets, the same fucking cargo ships, underneath Biden and the previous Trump, the previous Obama, the previous Bush, everybody else for fucking years. The Chinese have ruled and run the fucking planet in building fucking cargo ships. Why? Because it's too expensive. Unions and all this other fucking shit to do that here in this country. Of course, it says during the Biden administration, but let's pause here. Okay, I'm going to show another one, but building a cargo ship typically takes between 1 to 3 years, including design and construction. Of course, several stages, including designing the vessel, fabricating components. That's just fucking distraction. It's legit, but it's real. Because there's no massive new method to build a cargo ship. They already know how to do the design, the blueprints, the engineers. They're already all new. Not new, but they're already all there. Let me pause here. Okay, I took this screenshot. Fees on Chinese vessel owners and operators of ships built in China, based on the weight of the cargo, how many kids. This is not just Chinese owned. This is any country that has purchased a Chinese built vehicle for affected bulk carriers, if you are based on the weight of their cargo. The $50 per ton of cargo will rise by $30 a ton each year for the next 3 years. Fees on Chinese built ships will start that another country owns will start $18 a ton, $120 per container. Non-U.S. built ships carrying cars will be charged $150 per vehicle. Okay, I have to show something else here. Let me pause here. I tried to find another article that explained it more, but foreign roll-on, roll-off carriers, known as RoRos, are eligible for refunds of fees if they order or take delivery of a U.S.-built vessel of equivalent capacity in the next 3 years. They have to promise, if they promise they will order and build a ship through the U.S., that they don't have to pay, or they get a refund for the money they paid. Talking about fucking blackmail and bullshit, but let's pause here. Okay, let's now address Richie from Boston's latest video, and most, if not everything he addresses, we see all our beloved truthers professing his truth. But let's see what Richie from Boston has to say here. This is at the beginning of his video, Robots Replacing Bees. This is Richie from Boston, who is completely anti-government, completely anti-agenda, completely anti-social media. Completely.
No, it isn't. It's the 17th of April, 2025. And got 2 of the channels back. You probably already know that. But also, so many people are like, welcome back. It's so good to hear you again.
Welcome back, Richie.
Yeah, I got to remind you that I've been on Facebook twice. I have 2 accounts. I've been on Twitter since 2010. I've been on Odyssey since 2010. I've been on Rumble for a long time.
Well, okay.
And I never quite set up...
Can't we get a year for Rumble?
Richie from Boston TV before they pulled my channels, but
Richie from Boston TV, $2 a month. How much you making there, Richie? Come on, show what. Come on, as I've been saying in the 7 years I started on YouTube, any of these channels, any of them, every last one of them, they will not prove or disprove their income. None of them. And how do we know they're making massive? I guarantee you, I promise you this. Look at them. Look at their lifestyles. How do we know they are making massive amounts of money? Because they don't have fucking jobs. They make a video once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, once every 2 weeks. Come on, people, get a fucking grip. Let's move on. Fuck, stupid ass dumbasses.
Richie from Boston TV is completely uncensored. You can say whatever you want. Remember her?
You can
killed somebody.
You can say whatever you want for $2 a month on Richie from Boston TV. Yet you can say whatever you want, completely uncensored, here on BitChute. But no, that's free, so that doesn't count.
Apparently. And then, of course, here's my backup channel for just my regular life that I made the huge mistake of starting to talk about things that were truthful.
His regular life. What's his regular life? He doesn't show his regular life on Jailbreak Overlander. From the very, very limited videos I've watched and skipped through, there's nothing in Jailbreak Overlander traveling the East Coast to the West Coast at his flock's expense. Richie from Boston, the ultimate survivor, the ultimate prepper, the ultimate, etc., and so on and so forth. How many videos, including 99.9%, he's in a fucking motel room. I'm anti-establishment. I'm anti this. I'm anti that. He's got that fucking tent thing on top of his Land Rover, the fuck that is. Doesn't ever fucking stay in it. Always at a motel room. Why? Because I cannot get an internet connection. I currently have Verizon. I've got internet connection everywhere I've gone. Prior to that, I had Cricket. Cricket is supposed to be like one of the worst services ever. But what do all these phone services have in common? They mostly use T-Mobile because T-Mobile has the most fucking towers around the fucking country. Fucking bullshit. Matter of fact, he did that he threw it in everybody's face. I showed it a few videos ago. He was in a motel and he said he's using Starlink. Fucking what a goddamn shill. But let's pause here and move on. Oh, should have gave this a few more seconds. Let's see what he has to say about his Jailbreak Overlander channel and YouTube.
That I made the huge mistake of starting to talk about things that were truthful, and YouTube smites it. They hate that channel now. But
YouTube smited his Jailbreak Overlander channel. As far as I know, including today, Jailbreak Overlander has never received even a YouTube community strike. So where is the Christian smiting? Oh my God, in the Bible, the Lord smote this, the Lord smited that. And that's not even the Lord, that's Christians. There's not, as far as I can recall off the top of my head, there's not a word in the Bible about God smiting everything. That's a Christian invention. Okay, Richie, come on. Where's any strike against Jailbreak Overlander? But oh my God, YouTube smited you. Pause here. Very shortly into I got to turn my phone sideways. This is 146 into Richie's video.
But I digress. But there's Richie. So now, let's get into it, shall we?
Okay, what? Yeah, let's do this.
Everything you're about to see right now is completely and totally real. None of this is CGI. I double-checked and triple-checked.
It's totally real. He double-checked and triple-checked. Look how fake and CGI this fucking robot. Watch. Come on, people, watch.
When do you believe AI will reach the level where it can design itself?
No, look at this. Go to Richie. Where are these fucking originals anyway? But let's move on with this. Look how fake and CGI. It's not even 3D. That does not look like a real person. 3D. Look at the background. We all know CGI. If you don't know CGI, for those of you that are familiar with the Vin Diesel movies, the race car shit, I forget what they call them things. The race car movies and all that. that the clean cut white dude died. I think his name was Paul something. Anyway, they said that after he died, they got permission of his family to finish filming that movie, and they CGI'd his human image into the movie, and it looked real. It was 100% real looking, and look, you got to go. God damn, I can't remember what he died in that plane. Not the car crash, but I think it was Paul something. I can't remember. But anyway, they got permission for the family to CGI his image in. They filmed the movie. They finished filming the movie. That 100% looked fucking completely real. And yet, look how fake this looked. Look how fake this is. Look at how fake that robot is compared to the people in the background.
Design itself, huh?
Plus, look what the bullshit that this robot is supposedly saying.
That's like asking when a toaster will start making its own bread. AI is a tool created and controlled by humans. It can optimize certain aspects of its operation, sure, but design itself...
The tools are the people that believing this shit is real. I'm not being sarcastic or humorous whatsoever.
Scratch? That's a whole different ball game. It requires creativity, innovation, understanding, qualities that are uniquely human. So to answer your question, not anytime soon. And frankly, be careful what you wish for. An AI that can design itself is one step away from an AI that doesn't need humans at all. Now there's a thought to keep you up at night.
I mean, give me a fucking break. How utterly fucking stupid propaganda. I had to pause and Google it. This is a dude who died, Paul William Walker IV. Let me pause here. Okay, let's stick to some facts. I Googled this. Yes, after Paul Walker's tragic death in 2013, the family agreed to allow the completion of Furious 7 body doubles, CGI specifically Walker's brother Caleb and Cody acted as body doubles, and CGI was used to superimpose Walker's face onto theirs in the remaining scenes. This allowed the film to be completely released with a fitting tribute to Walker. In other words, they wanted his fucking money. You know what? As far as we know, as I know, that dude was clean. He was a race car driver and legit or whatever, all that fucking horse shit. But come on, look at the fucking facts. Look at the CG. If you haven't, go watch the Furious 7, watch the whole movie. You will not see a fucking difference from whenever this dude, they do not say when he died during the filming. You will not notice a difference between before this dude died and after he died in the film. You won't fucking notice it, because when you look at fucking reality, if you want to look at the reality of CGI, forget AI. This has nothing to do with AI. This is just CGI. What is it? I think that's computer-generated imaging. You do not notice whatsoever CGI imaging. You don't notice it. That's a fucking movie, and it proved the fucking point. Not my point, but their fucking point of what they can do and what they do every day. What do we see? Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, here in the U.S., any fucking country, any fucking, the superpowers meeting, presidents meeting, politicians meeting. We have no fucking idea. We have no clue whatsoever what we see on TV is real at all, or if it's CGI. They proved that in a stupid fucking Fast and Furious movie number 7, what they can do. I mean, get a fucking grip. But let's pause here. Okay, here he's talking about a live stream Keith and I did. I don't know who the fuck Keith is, but let's see what he shows here. And this is supposed to be fact.
Here, let me show you more. Because this right here is absolutely crazy. Listen to what they say the application's for, and then think about...
Like he just said there, look about what they say. Look about what they say. He knows what he's saying.
Think about that time back in 2019.
Were developed by South Korean scientists. These robots are inspired by ants.
Really? South Korean scientists? Then why aren't they here in the U.S.?
Were developed by South Korean scientists. Each Each micro-robot is 600 micrometers.
As you're watching this, let's address why why are these South Korean scientists showing an AI image? Let's see this in real time. Even if the video is under a microscope, it takes 8 hours or fucking 3 days or a week. Let's see it in real time because it's fucking not legit.
Meters tall and interacts with others using magnetic fields. The micro-robot swarm was able to unclog tubes that resembled blocked blood vessels. This technology could potentially be used to clear plaques from clogged blood vessels in medical treatments.
So if somehow your arteries got clogged, somehow mysteriously from,
Somehow your arteries got clogged, not by fucking plaque and the food you eat, the shit you drink, and etc. and so on and so forth, as Richie from Boston would say.
No. I don't know. Like if you had some sort of a crazy like jelly substance in your veins, something like gummy worms or something to that effect.
Listen to that dumbass fucking shit, propaganda, truth or porn. So many fucking idiots believe in this country. I mean, nothing's legit. It's all coincidence. No, excuse me. Nothing's a coincidence to these people. Let's pause here and move on. Let's look at something that's totally fucking amazing with these nanobots or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Precision. The micro-robots were able to assemble into a group and coordinate their movements to walk over an obstacle. By leveraging their collective strength and synchronized actions, they successfully overcame barriers, demonstrating their ability to adapt and perform tasks that require precise teamwork. The micro-robots used centrifugal force for self-throwing, propelling themselves over obstacles.
Really? Let's see that. Like, such fucking bullshit. Let's see that in real time. Like I said, even if you have to watch a video that takes a day, 5 days, or a week or two, let's see that in real time. Never, ever will that happen because this is fucking complete bullshit. Okay, let's see Richie from Boston here showing this AI. He's going to say it's a sex robot here shortly. But let's listen to Richie from Boston, his own words.
Customizability and realistic human features designed specifically for companionship and intimacy.
Could you tell us?
Designed specifically for companionship and intimacy. A sex robot.
Some details about the AI programming that you're running to generate these answers?
I'm currently unable to provide specific details about my AI programming, but
Okay, that was a crappy AI. It was pausing, etc., so forth, while it was searching for answers. But the whole...
So that was a crappy AI. Well, why was that a crap AI when all the other shit you show is real AI? But let's move on here.
The whole point about that is it's for companionship. It's a blow-up doll. It's a blow-up doll. It was one of the first things that was offered for consumers, but it's a sex doll. I mean, are you kidding me? It reminds me completely of the internet. When the internet first came out, unless you knew how to do Linux and...
If it reminds you of the internet, what the fuck are you doing on the internet, Richie?
Coding, the computer, the
blah, 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 and so on and so forth. As I said, I've got the videos out there when they first started talking all this shit, and I specifically addressed a Richie from Boston video about these sex robots. I'm telling you, if I made a joke, it was sarcasm and truth, mostly sarcasm. I would purchase a sex robot if it came out on Walmart on the rollback prices. But more specifically, I don't care how much fucking money. I guess if you have the money, you can have somebody clean it. But why would the fuck would you want to buy a sex robot? This is legitimate. Why would you want to buy a sex robot if it is not self-cleaning? Meaning after you're done with that sex robot, whether she gives you a fucking blowjob, you have vaginal sex or anal sex, what good is it if it's not self-cleaning, if you have to get a fucking hose or an enema tube, whatever they call them things, to clean that fucking thing out? I know that's fucking disgusting, but it's truth and it's real. And it's what women and men have to go through when we deal with this shit. But, and another big factor in this, why is it when everything is addressed underneath sex, LGBTQ, trannies, meaning gays, lesbians, sex robots. Why is it always in the sex robot? It's women. It's addressing women. Why do we see nothing about sex robots for men? Why do we see nothing when it comes to the gay lesbian community? It's, oh my God, those evil lesbians. No, it's not against the evil lesbians. It's against the evil gay men. Why? Because all these fucking bullshit Christian truthers, they all partake in or have fantasies about with two women being together, threesomes. And how many of them do we? It's a fucking fact. I don't care what bullshit these people want to profess. So many of these people are closet gays, closet homosexuals, closet bisexuals, because their society, their Christian religion says, oh my God, you're going to burn in hell forever. Pause there. Okay, a bit further on in Richie from Boston's video on sex robots, etc. Let's see what he has to say here. And show and prove, or lack of proof.
Do that just to show you the variety of robots that are out there, because when I first started on YouTube, all we ever talked about was Boston Dynamics, and now everybody's making.
I thought when he first started on YouTube it was about geoengineering. Now it's about Boston Dynamics.
And they're at the point where you can literally get sex dolls. I'm not going to show the sex robots that you can buy that are specifically
He just showed a sex robot, or so he says.
Designed for that exact purpose, because it's disgusting. And, you know, I know most of my subscribers are Christians, and I'm not going to cross that line. It's just gross.
Oh, there you go, addressing and making sure you get money off your Christian flock.
But here's something funny. I watched Black Mirror. Black Mirror came out with a new season, and
Okay, I've never heard of Black Mirror, so now I'm going to have to go check it out. But anyway, Richie from Boston is watching a series on whatever, YouTube, whatever fucking movie site, Netflix or whatever. He's watching a series called Black Mirror. Richie from Boston doesn't watch anything, according to himself.
Right off the bat, they showed something that was highly disconcerting, and of course it's robots. So not even a minute into the first series, this woman's a teacher who ends up getting a Neuralink because she gets a head injury, and she's teaching the children about,
Okay, so where are these Neuralinks in, people, for starters?
Anyone know where the autonomous bees came from? Well, all the bees died off, so they had to replace them with robotic bees that are autonomous.
Okay, we've heard, or allegedly heard, or supposedly told that all these robotic bees are taking over to pollinate because all the real bees are dead. Where is any example whatsoever in real life, other than from a company or somebody's CGI, like Richie from Boston and other channels, of a robotic bee that anybody captured or squashed? None, zero, zip, because it's bullshit. It's propaganda, it's agenda, it's companies trying to get fucking contracts from the government and universities to fucking build shit they're never going to build. Because they cannot do it. All this robotic and all this shit, nanobots invading your bodies and all that it's all bullshit. It's all sci-fi. It's all government contracts, military contracts, college, high school, whatever contracts to get fucking funding.
Meaning they work on their own. They work on swarm technology. Does anybody remember that from the Walmart?
Remember, the only thing we've seen regarding the swarm technology is in the drones they use to do fireworks displays. And those are not anywhere near a fucking nanobot. And they have to be programmed to fly in a certain pattern. They cannot, will not ever think on their own. Let's move on.
Patents that I showed you 12 years ago. So yeah, you remember this? It's a conspiracy theory. It's not real. Well, actually, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's just not mainstream news. You see what I'm saying?
He said, "Oh, we've always been told it's not conspiracy. It is not real." But he just said, "Well, it's not conspiracy." But he also did not say. What Richie did say and did not say is that it's not real. Oops, fuck. Pause here. Sorry. Okay, let Richie from Boston finish.
That from the Walmart patents that I showed you 12 years ago.
Oh my God, not Walmart, not 12 years ago. That's guessing, of course.
So yeah, you remember this? It's a conspiracy theory. It's not real. Well, actually, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's just not mainstream news. You see what I'm saying? And then somehow...
He said it's not conspiracy. It's not mainstream news. He didn't say it's not conspiracy. It's not real. It's real. It's not real.
Magically, with all this happening, what, 6 years ago? Is it 6 years ago or 7?
I thought just a few seconds ago it was 12 years ago.
It's 7. I'm an idiot.
Let me pause here and move on. Let's see what Richie from Boston has to say about this series called Black Mirror he's been watching. I will check that out.
Remember that lockdown thing that occurred? Black Mirror actually came out and said, what's going on Earth right now is so crazy, we couldn't even have came up with it. And Black Mirror basically covers everything I've ever talked about, and they put it to a, movie or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, Black Mirror basically covers everything Richie from Boston's ever talked about. RFID chips in our wrists, in our foreheads, gun confiscation, FEMA camps, a virus to kill everybody, EMP knocking out the entire population, the solar eclipse knocking out everything, his various forms and videos over the years of zombies taking over, Chinese invasion, Russian invasion, everything being knocked out because of a Russian or Chinese or North Korean or whoever, virus, and cashless. He still got the end of September for us to go cashless per Trump. But let's move on. What a fucking fraud. Pause here. Okay, here he's showing a screenshot from this series he's been watching called Black Mirror. Let's see what Richie has to say here.
Code, and it made these things sentient. So these were actually, it wasn't a video game. These were actually real things that were telling this guy what to do. This guy, the computer told him to hold this symbol up to any type of a camera because everything is a camera everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And what it did was it released a virus through, you guessed it, cell phone towers, every place, and literally killed everybody. And here's the...
So now we're supposed to believe that according to the series Black Mirror, they're going to show something on the screen that it releases a virus, something that's physical, is going to come through cell phone towers and take you over and do this and that. Kind of like the movie, what's it called, Cell Phone or whatever, with Samuel Jackson and the white dude. They hear that fucking screeching. But anyway, this is a virus. You don't have to... You're going to get a virus through the cell phone towers in your phone. What a fucking bullshit punk.
Here's the fun part. This was the dude's... I'm trying to find this without getting hit. This was the dude's computer setup. Isn't that a weird little setup right there? Because that looks really, really, really familiar to me. I can't just quite put my finger on it. But... oh, there it is. There it is. That's what I was thinking.
Really? The one previous looked like nothing in that, except for it was in a circular room. Those two have nothing in common. Pause here. Oh, I backed up a little bit because I should have kept going. Let's see what Richie had to say immediately following this.
Looks very, very, very familiar to me. It's the first thing that popped in my head. And you know what's a funny thing? After all these years, CERN has never once changed their logo whatsoever at all. They are sticking to their gun.
They've never changed their logo? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Kmart, Walmart, 7-Eleven, McDonald's, Burger King, they haven't changed their logos either. Let's see what he has to say here.
it's the 666 logo because they just don't care anymore. And in this day and age, they don't care anymore at all, because when I first started doing this, grown men my age, didn't spend all day long playing video games. Kids outside.
That's because men our age, I'm 60, I'm going to be turning 60 years old in September. We didn't have video games when we were kids, but let's move on. So that's easy to say.
They're watching other people play video games, or they're playing video games and then swatting each other. I mean, it's unbelievable how far everyone's...
Let me pause here. I think I left out something. I think I forgot something, but let's see what Richie has to say just a little bit further.
I never watch mainstream YouTube whatsoever at all. And it's astonishing how big it...
You never watch mainstream YouTube, but yet you reference YouTube videos in your videos. But let's move on. And plus, he's now reposting on YouTube on Jailbreak Overlander. Got 2 of his channels back, which doesn't fucking happen after 5 years. But let's move on.
Influential these people get, literally doing nothing but making video about other YouTubers.
Literally making YouTube videos about other YouTubers. What is Richie addressing in every video of all, 8 out of every 10 addressing a YouTube video or a BitChute video? It doesn't matter. I mean, they every last one of these people do the same shit. Let's roll on. Oh, should have kept going from there. My bad. Let's see what he has to say here about himself.
Big and influential these people get, literally doing nothing but making video about other YouTubers. 17 million subscribers. If they made one video like me, you know how many people they could actually wake up? It's astonishing to me, and they don't.
Wake up to what? The propaganda and the bullshit? People, if any from Richie from Boston fan made it anywhere near this far, how much of his shit has come true? None of it. The only thing that's come true in any of Richie from Boston's video is like every other fucking channel that's on YouTube or BitChute or any platform, shit that was already in the media. Every last bit of it, 100% was already in the media, and they fucking made a video about it.
They don't. And by the way, they make millions and millions of dollars. I was well on...
Come on, Richie from Boston. You, by your own admittance, have been traveling, not working, just making videos for 16 years at your subscribers' expense.
My way on Jailbreak. But then I just couldn't stand it anymore. It was my biggest platform, and I had to go make videos like this. I had to. And right there and then, all of a sudden, from 60,000 views for video, I just dropped.
These people always talk about their drops in their videos. That's because people get tired and figure out their retarded lies and bullshit propaganda. Fucking knock it off.
Right off. But I had to do it. But the thing is, I reached a lot of people. I lost a lot of subscribers on that channel, especially when I started talking about Donald Trump. But it is what it is.
Let's pause here and move on. Oh, should have kept going. Listen to this obvious fucking bullshit in this statement and what he shows.
Any rate, check this out. If you'll notice, I'm measuring what I'm saying because I don't want to lose.
I'm measuring what I'm saying because I don't want to lose. Let's go. Richie from Boston says, I don't measure what I say. I speak the truth, even if it costs me my YouTube channel. But let me back up.
Channels, but it is what it is. At any rate, check this out.
Check it out.
If you'll notice, I'm measuring what I'm saying because I don't want to lose these channels. But here's the deal. Richie from Boston on Patreon, something I never talk about. I've had this for...
Richie from Boston on Patreon. Patreon is a pay-per-view. I don't have to censor myself on Patreon, but I do on YouTube, but I don't on BitChute. But I don't censor myself because I'm not going to censor myself because it's part of the agenda. But so on and so forth.
For years, I just never talk about it. I've discovered that I can post here uncensored and all is well because
So you could post on a pay-per-view account on Patreon, which allows anybody, but that's okay because they're giving you money like Richie from Boston TV.
I can't do that on YouTube. It's just not possible because it'll just be taken down. And that's all there is to it. Richie from Boston, the main channel, it's never coming back. They already told me that, so it is what it is. At any rate, I'll leave links to Patreon and Confusion in Christianity. Best book I ever read. Seriously. And everyone that's read it said the same thing.
Okay, let's see what Richie from Boston links are here. Richie from Boston, show more. Turn your fiat money to gold. Richie likes gold. Regardless of what he's saying, Richie's making, he says this is one of his butt buddies in his life. So he's making money off the selling this Confusion and Christianity book. He makes money off of shit if you click on his links for Amazon. Many fishes handmade in USA. Oh my God, an EM-proof pocket, whatever the fuck that is. What are you going to do about an EMP? You're going to put your cell phone, your laptop, your key fob into something to protect your shit from an EMP when it won't do any good after an EMP because there's no electricity anyway. Then we got Richie from Boston on Patreon, and you get the picture. Oh, I need to show a picture and a link for this. Oh, let me do that right now if I can get to my Walmart account. I have cervical stenosis, which is a major issue with my spine. Yes, in a few months I'm going to have surgery. I have to do it. I know the possible effects of surgery with the infections and all that. Fuck, I get it, but I can't live like this and the migraines. But I got to. This thing, it's a pump up right here, and it's soft and it works, and it's got Velcro here. And it'll pull up your spine if you want decompression. Let me pause here and see if I can pull this up on my other phone. Okay, I did my best when I ordered this one, and I got lucky. This one's, if you look on Walmart for a cervical neck traction device, it's the Fix DONO. And the fucking thing was only... Oh, hang on, let me find the price. It's cheap. Here we go. When I ordered it, it was $13 marked down from $25, which of course is probably bullshit. But this thing is fucking awesome. It inflates fucking perfect. Like I said, there's Velcro straps here if you want to put it under. But if you keep your head stable, I have major... Look at Google cervical stenosis if you don't understand it. It fucking sucks ass. It's painful. I'm limited in so many movements. That's why I'm on here. I'm sitting on the floor when I do my videos because it's better to lean back against the... So anyway, and so on and so forth. And I believe. See you later. Bye.